Hi, third graders. Today, our math assignment is about solving word problems, using multiplication and division within 100, and using equal groups and arrays and measurement quantities to solve these problems. I first want you to warm up here watching this video again. Multiples of 7. You can dance along, sing along, but it's always nice to refresh on our multiples, so watch this video. Let's look at some of our warm-up. Now I've already zoomed in because I couldn't quite see this. So remember, go up to view, go to zoom and zoom in or out. I zoomed in on this page already so I could see it really well. Okay, give me a list of factors for each product. For example, if my product is 12, I could list the following factors. So 1 times 12 equals 12. 2 times 6 equals 12, and 3 times 4 equals 12. So now I'm going to look down here at 16. I'm going to take the easy one. 1 times 16 does equal 16. Now 16 is an even number, so I know that it can have a factor of 2. So 2 times what would get me 16? And then see if you can come up with one more that can get you to 16. Then you're going to do that for 27, 40, 80, and 180, finding those factors for our products. Okay, type it in here. If you go beyond the box, that's perfectly fine. Use as much space as you need to type in there. Okay. Trent's baseball game starts at 5:35 and it ends at 8:20. How long did the game last? Go ahead and do one of your eye charts, or you can do on a number line to figure out how long Trent played baseball. This question is asking for the elapsed time, the time in between those two. Now remember, if you accidentally type in here and delete this box, you can go up and put in a new box. That's perfectly fine. Create a text box, put it in here. I color them just so that you know where you should be typing. Okay, and then you can type in this box again. So if you ever delete any of these, that's perfectly fine. Down here, I have some addition and subtraction. Make sure you pay attention to those symbols and do the right thing. You don't want to add when it's really asking you to subtract. So pay attention there. Okay, let's look at our next problem. Now here we have a problem. Miss Soto is setting up chairs for her math class. She gives a list of clues, clue A, B, C, and D. I'll give you hints. I know that she has 35 chairs and she's placing those chairs in each row. As she sets up the chair, she makes up a problem for her class with the following clues. Okay, your job is to think about how she set up her chairs. Now, one of her students is guessing or has an opinion, a conjecture, that Mrs. Soto, conjecture just means it's their guess or it's their opinion. So Joni, one of Mrs. Soto's students, makes a conjecture that Mrs. Soto set up 13 chairs. Work with your partner and use the clues. You can work with somebody at your home if you would like and use the clues to make up a mathematical, well, that one stumbled out, argument for or against Joni's conjecture. Okay, so you can use pictures, drawings to show your thinking. So if you want to use this box to show your drawings, you can come in here and remember, find our scribble tool down here, and then we can draw in this box. Then use this box to explain your thinking. Now make sure that you go back to your select button to come in here and be able to type in here, because you'll still be in scribble mode if you've selected scribble until you go back up and select your mouse. Okay, let's look at this over here. And I'm going to go ahead and change my view because it's a little too zoomed in. So I'm going to ask it to zoom out a little bit for me. There we go. Oh. Now this is standards for mathematical practices. So it says making sense of problems and persevere in solving them. Okay, so kind of talks about goals for mathematical practices, making sense of your problem, reflecting on your thinking as you solve your problem. So say, does this make sense? What am I doing right? Is my thinking right? Keep trying when the problem's hard. Just because it's hard doesn't mean that you can't do it. You are very capable of doing hard things. So just keep working at it. Check whether your answer makes sense. Look at your answer, and if your answer was supposed to be getting bigger and it got smaller, then you need to think, that doesn't make sense in my head. Would this be rational? Would this be a good answer? And then solve problem in more than one way. So you can solve drawing pictures, you can solve making equations. There's more than one way to solve these problems. Do what is best for you. Maybe you need to get manipulatives out, or little beads or anything that you have at your house. Maybe um, those little some of the stuff that I sent home in your packets might be helpful. Okay, and then compare the strategy you used to one that somebody else might have used. So maybe somebody in your family used a different strategy for solving it. Listen to their thinking, and then maybe share your thinking for solving the problem. And that goes back to this problem up here. Okay, all right, and then we finish up with our math boxes. So and here I have these little boxes for you. If you don't see one, you can always add a box. But we have a fraction. How long did this move across? Fill in the blanks. Now this part is just saying that 2 times 6 is 12. Plus another 12 gets you to 24. Okay, 24 is equal to 4 times what? So 4 times what makes 24? So both of these sides need to be equal to each other. Okay, so solve for the side first and then figure out how you can get 24 over here. So like I know that 4 times 5 is 20. So I'm going to think, well, what could be one more? If I added 4 more to that, then I know that 4 times 6 is 24. So that would make sense there. Okay. Oops. There I go. I'm deleting boxes again. Okay, let's set that one back up there for you guys. Okay. All right, now here is a word problem comparing two fractions. Draw a picture if you need to. Over here, writing and telling time. It's always good to practice this and refresh. Make sure you're really paying attention to where the hour and the minutes hands are. And then down here in problem 2, David wrote 2 times 3 times 2 equals 2 times 2 times 3. Do you agree? Explain whether or not you agree with David. So that should be a complete sentence. All right, guys, that is your math for today. Remember, I only want you to work for 30 to 45 minutes. If it's taking you longer than that, then just go ahead and turn it in. Do the best you can. Don't spend longer than that on this. Okay, good luck.